Hi guys, welcome back to another P3D version 5 video. We are today flying the Aerosoft A330-300 and this might actually be the last time we fly this aircraft. Hopefully not, but after I've done this flight I'm gonna upgrade my PC to the newest Windows versions and then I won't be able to fly it on P3D 5.4. At least not until Windows release an update to the XML kernel issue that they've had, and which affects basically only the Aerosoft in P3D version 5.4. If you go back down to 5.3 it will still work, so yeah, let's see. But my hope is that in the future Windows will release an update, and I've stayed on 23 H2 just for this aircraft, even though I didn't fly that much. I'm not sure if it actually was worth it. But yeah, we'll have to update some other things, pack X, etc. But let's see, maybe some things will work better with the new Windows updates. You don't want to fall behind on those for security reasons. Even though I kind of like the stable environment that 23H2 has provided. And hopefully we don't run into any other issues. But I guess 25H2 I've heard is not that big of a difference from 24H2, so should be fine, but let's see. But yeah, we're doing the flight that I was, or originally I did with the virtual call A220 for Canadian Xpress, and then I decided not to publish that video because that aircraft was truly atrocious on maintaining speed and similar, or I guess a lot of different issues. Even though I had the ISG gauges connected and I tried to fix the flight model, it was still an awful experience, so I decided not to post that video. So we're gonna do the same flight from Seattle, the DD Seattle, to the Vancouver airport by FS Sim Studios. And we'll be flying over some nice True Earth Washington scenery and then some Orbex Pacific Northwest scenery. So a bit of mix between photoreal and land class, but it should be nice. And we have a nice livery here. Can't really pronounce the name of this aircraft. Savikatak, something like that. Probably butchered that. But it's very clean livery. Canadian Express, red, white. A bit more red here on the engines, with the Rolls-Royce engines. The website, I always find that a bit interesting when you have the website on the aircraft, but it works here kind of well. It's not too big. I really like the leaf, and I like the fact that they have a little bit of dark background, so it's supposed to look like there's some depth to the picture, even though there isn't. But yeah, not much else to mention. This aircraft does look pretty good from the outside. It's definitely the Aerosoft's best looking aircraft in P3D 5.4. Or I guess the Airbuses look pretty good once you fix the PBR ones, the narrow body Airbuses, and I guess the DC-8 as well. I need to have a look if I can fix that issue with that one as well. But I guess if you add the PBR, it's gonna look pretty nice. But yeah, you can see, I think the lights went off now at the airport. It's a bit, it's dawn, so things are lighting up, so that's nice. Let's see if we can get the gateway to operate. We can borrow Alaska Airlines. I think it should now connect to the right one. Let's change the viewpoint, see what we have. That aircraft actually looks really good. AIG with those lights lighting up. I mean, that's better than hell a lot of my planes in P3D that I fly myself. They don't even have that good kind of light effects. Okay, did we have any nice viewpoint? Very simplistic or very basic ones, unfortunately. I think we can use this one and just change it a bit. I like to have a viewpoint where I can see a bit kind of the cargo loading, etc. It's nice also with this airport that you can see that there is some depth. It's just not only a flat, well, there's, as you can see, it looks flat, but here there's some, you can see some of the interior. No packs are similar, but still. And here we have a nice, I think this is a static one actually. could be that it's not. Some models are worse than others, but I do feel that this one is static because it looks very. Or I don't know actually. Nah, it's probably static because you have these food truck, etc. Yeah, the static ones are a bit of a hit and miss, unfortunately. Okay, let's keep this viewpoint for now. We'll jump in. Check that the parking brake is set. We'll do the normal ops. Batteries. And the external. The fuel. And we'll align the adheres. We'll also make sure that we get the emergency lights armed. Yeah, no electric or portable devices. And then what we want to do is the night lighting. Put that on. We'll have to do the same here. So there we go. Test in progress. So generally speaking, yeah, a very nice cockpit. I think that's going to be the biggest gripe with not being able to fly this, at least for a while until they update the Windows, is that I really like how Aerosoft makes their cockpits compared to, let's say, Flight Sim Labs, which is a bit more, I guess, basic in that sense. I'm not gonna say it's perfect, but it's definitely better. And since this will be a very short flight, we won't have to do too much. We'll put on the nav and logo, strobe on auto. We can do these tests. Kind of nice, the sound pack as well. But one thing we'll need to do is get the fuel things loaded before we start the A-car system for Canadian Xpress. This is actually a virtual airline that I haven't featured before on the channel. They don't have very strict requirements. When you're part of a lot of virtual airlines, you can't have too many with strict requirements. I have a few: Metro Air, Walker, Airwego, Fly UK that have more strict requirements, and then I have a few that have less strict, which kind of aligns well. Let's check the flight briefing. Yeah, 300 is the max, so let's put in the max, see what that gets us. 0 fuel, 336. We want to add a bit. Now we're at 357.6. We're supposed to be at 7, but that's fine. There could always be a bit of a discrepancy. Or I guess we can put it correct. Let's follow the rules or the load sheet. We can start the boarding. We can load the fuel. We actually need to open some of the doors to load the cargo. I really like actually the Aerosoft. I'm gonna miss it because the Aerosoft is it was my favorite plane in FSX. I'm still probably at some point gonna do like an Aerosoft X video just for nostalgia, because I really liked that aircraft. It was very simple, you know. I think they did a better job with the P3D versions, made it more in depth. But yeah, that Aerosoft Airbus was a lot of fun. My first kind of plane that I really started learning a bit more. That's fine. We have GSX pushback. And what we can do not now, we'll do it once everything is loaded. We'll start the A-cars. Let's just please try to remember that, because I'm gonna forget it. I'm gonna start also to request the boarding. We'll do the same. We won't have any nice Pack X kind of features, so that's a bit unfortunate, but or in terms of we don't have any boarding music or safety announcement, but oh well, not the end of the world. A lot of virtual airlines have that, so it's always a bit of a bummer when they don't have that. The funny part is though, even if I would never be able to fly this in P3D, it's not the end of the A330 in P3D, because I do still have the what's it called, the black box simulation A330. And they have a lot of different variants, right, and all the different engine types. So it's actually not too bad of an issue in that regard. It's just a worse simulation of the A330. And you have it, I mean, I would say the X-Plane one, the towless one, is the best by far. I really like flying that one. So at the end of the day, that's probably the one that I'll fly anyway the most. And if they do a CEO, I mean, I will never be kind of able to justify flying in P3D, even the Aerosoft one, because of the LNAV issues. Even though I could sometimes, like, if this one would still work, I could definitely see myself coming back to fly this one. It's also kind of a nostalgia kind of plane, where it's like, it doesn't have to be perfect, but it's good enough to enjoy. But yeah, some of those LNAV issues are very annoying and do kind of break the immersion. It's like when you stop trusting the aircraft, that's the problem. Then you're not having fun. That's why I can't fly, for example, the virtual call one. I just can't trust it with anything. It was more stressful flying it than flying some of these more in-depth simulations. Okay, boarding music is going. We'll jump back in. It's just the default ones. And what we'll do, we don't have anything. Well, I guess technically we could put them in here. Let me see actually if I have if I don't have charge, I can download them. Vancouver is usually available. I found some really old ones. Let me check if there is anything. Anything newer available? I'm gonna assume not. So then we'll just do with this old version. And let me see, I'm gonna show it in folder, and I'm gonna copy it. I'm gonna close it so you don't have to watch that. I have no clue where you put them with the Aerosoft one. The add-ons, right? A330 maybe, documentation. No. Support files, and no. Documents maybe? Aerosoft. Extended, no. Where is this data saved? It's definitely somewhere. The question is just where. Placeholders, A330, documentation, data, configurator. It's that's the one, right? I think. Then you have the EFB settings, and you have to add like a file, and it's always a process. Yeah, I remember this. So let's say we want to add that file. But the problem is that now we can't refresh it, right? So we won't have it anyway. Okay, a bit of a bummer, but not the end of the world. We can keep this EFF here. At least I think we should be able to see kind of the weather. Satellite Canada, if we're fortunate. Looks like not the best weather around here in the Vancouver area. Yes, some of these are... Maybe windy is actually the best one to go to. Then we would just have to... I'm not sure how we're supposed to move. Like the only way I found is like doing this zoom thing, zoom in, zoom out. It does feel like we are getting... Yeah, now. Okay, so here we have Seattle. Yeah, we have some nasty weather coming in here. Doesn't look like rain or thunder, but yeah, these are some nasty wind gusts. Okay, good to know. As we wait, we can actually set up our pilot ADC, and I finally upgraded now, like I mentioned I would do in the last video. And this should mean that we it should work better, but also they had a fix for the voices thing, so we'll have some new voices. Hopefully it will work kind of nice, but we'll know soon enough. Okay, let's import the stuff. The flight plan 16,000. We don't know what the approach will be yet. You know, we're flying the Grizzly, so we're not gonna do that one. We will basically just validate and file, and we'll see what we get. But yeah, these all look to be aligned. Mont the second. Can we zoom this, or do we have to make? Yeah, Mountain 2, Grizzly 7. Okay, this all looks correct. We will connect, and now the moment of truth. Does it work? Doesn't it work? If it doesn't work, oh, it worked. Happy days. Look at that, connected. You can see our flight plan. This looks really nice. It's a very nice scenery. I got a lot of these sea bases here, so I'm definitely going to do some flying around here with maybe the Pilatus 6 or some of the de Havilland amphibian or floaty aircrafts. Okay, let's see. We're not on the clearance one, so we'll switch over to that one. I'll move this one down. Canadian 4003, ready to copy, IFR clearance. Oh, I forgot to say heavy. Canadian 4003 heavy, ready for IFR clearance. Are we getting any voices?
Canadian 4003 Heavy is cleared to Charlie Yankee Victor Romeo. Fly the Mountain 2 departure with the C transition then as filed.
Very nice voices.
Runway 16 left. Climb to 6,000 feet via the departure. Expect higher clearances 2 minutes after departure. Seattle departure on 126.5. Squawk 6052.
6052.
Canadian 4003 Heavy is cleared to Charlie Yankee Victor
The voices
Romeo.
are a bit delayed,
Fly the
unfortunately.
Mountain 2 departure with the C transition
With
then as
all
filed.
of these on.
Climb to 6,000 feet via the departure. Expect higher clearances 2 minutes after departure. Seattle departure on 126.5. Squawk 6052.
Do we want to try using the checklist thing? This could break it all, but it could also be
Canadian
the fun stuff.
Heavy readback correct. QNH is 1002. Contact Seattle ground
Let's
on
try.
126.25. When ready for pushback, have a good one.
Just for the nostalgia.
QNH is 1002. Ground on 126.25. Canadian 4003 Heavy.
We should be using the US measure.
Batteries? Both on. Electrical power? External power is on. APU fire test? Checked.
Checked.
Decam status?
Navarro disagree. And let's switch this one to the correct one. Check normal. I'm gonna miss this co-pilot feature, even though it doesn't really work. Okay, let's do that. Look at this nav data 23.
Set on.
So old. Hopefully it's somewhat updated.
Checked.
Oxygen.
Just shows how little I've been
Checked.
flying this plane.
Cockpit voice recorder.
Bit sad that you can't see the buttons being pressed. Okay, let's see. Cockpit voice recorder.
Set on.
Ground proximity warning system.
On.
Flight control system.
On.
Adheres.
In it. That's the one we want. I don't think you can
Navigation light.
request it. Yeah,
Checked.
no.
Cabin signs.
Cabin signs. This is the one I always fail on.
Cabin signs.
Let's see, maybe it's something like this.
Echo 10 Delta, Delta to the gate, Southwest 5052, keep speed up.
Southwest 5052 to call that company had a Delta 10 Delta.
Come on.
10 Delta, got it, Southwest 5052.
Don't want the checklist to bug out on me.
Cabin signs.
On and auto.
Yes.
Emergency lights.
Checked and armed.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Probe window heat.
Auto.
Air condition.
Checked.
Electric panel.
Checked.
1298, thanks for your help. You're going to wait for
Set
pump
on.
west to pass the first one there right now. One lower.
Is checked.
And plan
Engine
runway
fire
25 right now.
Number 1.
Okay,
2.
equipment is right Haley's and
Checked.
after the second southwest.
Ventilation panel.
Is checked.
Anti-skid.
On.
Radio management panel.
On.
357 at what?
678, Jordan Yankee.
Weather radar. Gain.
678 is occupied.
Mode.
Make a hard right turn on to Echo 11,
Checked.
right turn on to Delta.
Thrust levers.
11
Idle.
Delta, Southwest 678.
Engine mode selector.
Okay, boarding is
Check
not finished yet.
ATC.
But we
Mode.
can at least get the zero fuel one, so something around 26, I guess. Or actually, let's see if we can get this. Oh, we got it. Oh yeah, sorry, that was the zero fuel, not the takeoff config. Wait, yeah, that's my mistake. What was she asking now?
Push that up boost by 49 Yankee.
Mode.
Mode. Which mode? God, I can't remember this checklist anymore. It's been so long since I did it.
3095, good day, Delta 54.
Mode.
Mode what? God, I need to double check this one. Hopefully I were able to do it before it's too late.
Mode.
Let's see, do we have any mode? Mode selector. Constraints. Which one is she yapping about? What does she want? Mode. What am I forgetting? Engine.
Mode.
We're on your time now.
It's not these ones, right? think so. I hope not. I know these have sometimes been the... It doesn't sound like them though, because it's the mode call out. And I don't think it's this one either. Not the engine one.
Traffic Archer turning downwind to runway 19 on Delta, Delta to east.
Is it TA maybe?
Southwest 1494.
Let's see if it's this one. Because otherwise I'm definitely forgetting something. Would be good if they had a... Let me see. Connected flight deck flows. Let me see here. Task sharing. MCDU. No, this is...
Traffic Archer turning downwind to runway 1. 1235 at Zulu, southbound to King Air, and hold short of Echo 12. You have a King Air.
Let me see if I can find checklist. So far, no. Here we go. Checklist.
Traffic Archer is turning base to runway 1.
Maybe we can actually just skip this item. A bit cheating. Procedure guide, maybe it's that one.
Ground, southwest, 141, we're at Bravo 10, right to push, West Quebec. 141 Romeo is now...
Oh, but I have the checklist one. Doesn't seem to give us too much.
Traffic Archer is turning final for runway 1. Discretion, Bravo 10, southwest 141. Ground for Alpha 9er, that could be in November. Traffic, Archer is turning downwind for runway 1. And Tango, approximately 2 right, 2 left.
Let's see, mode. Nothing on this one either. God damn, I really wanted to do this, but I can't seem to find the right one.
Southwest 1785, Texas. 1785, traffic going to the opposite direction on Yankee, they're going to Bravo 17. Behind them, taxi to 31 center via Yankee Tango, hold short, runway 31 right, remain the frequency. Yankee Tango, hold short, 31 right behind company.
Let me check if there's something on the option, checklist, info bar. Yeah, the info bar would have been helpful. Okay. Doesn't really matter. Let's see what we get once we... I'll keep the checklist on here. Let's populate the rest of the flight plan. While we wait. We do have the Mont 21. We're taking off from runway 16 left. We can insert that. It's supposed to be a manual one after peak. It's basically gonna go straight to... Let me check. Yeah, after peak it's a vector and then Besov. So let's put them in here. Let's see, hopefully there hasn't been any changes in this area, at least in these bigger or more established waypoints. So Besov... Wait, sorry, I'm... so much junk open when I started opening all these documents to find what she was complaining about. Or calling out, to be honest. Are we following the right flight plan?
Miles from the southeast for runway 32.
No, I don't think so. I don't think we should have Besov here. I'm gonna actually delete it. That might be... So after peak, we have one. We have pay AE. We should actually have Seattle before that. So or before that we should have CA. And then after that we should get the Grizzly 7, so I'm just gonna put that in. We're gonna be landing on runway 13. Grizzly 7. We're probably gonna be flying the pay transition, so I'm gonna assume that. Now it should be the right flight plan. Hopefully. Let's see what we get in terms of the approach though, that might change. I will assume the ILS1 for now. The V1, etc. Let's just get it from here. 145, 150, 155. Yeah, that's a bit sucky. I think actually though you should be able to get it as a... I think it should be printed out, right? If I'm not mistaken. Well, let me check ground services. We can start actually the APU. That should be on normal. I can lock the door, I think. Is there anything we have forgotten up here? Don't think so. We'll just see if that if it kicks off at any moment. Flap is open, the checklist will start the APU.
Traffic Warrior 23 November Alpha, taxi runway 32. American 2023, you push back through the 5 attack. Third push, American 2023.
And maybe we bugged it out for checklist. At least we gotta hear it a bit of the time, or for a short period. Actually, let's check quickly here. We are still boarding. Yeah, we still have doors open. We can close the cargo ones, I think, because those are finito. You can even hear the sound when they're closing. Yeah, it's becoming really bright outside. These actually must be static aircraft, I realized, because we have the Norwegian 787. They don't fly those anymore. They were, I guess, pretty successful, but with the coronavirus thingy, mabob, it all went downhill. Let's see, so we have closed those doors, we have the APU available. APU bleed can go on. Disconnect the external one. And we can also disconnect all of these stuff. And what do we have there? That's gonna be taking off in the opposite direction. I hate when that happens, when we get like a runway clearance and then the AI planes are taking off in the opposite direction. That's always a bummer. Okay, let's see. Aircraft state, doors, checklist. Nothing else I can think of. We just need to open the or close the door, and that should be it. Yeah, I think it's looking good, or good enough. Canadian 4003 heavy, ready for pushback and engine start. Ah, they didn't catch all of it. Canadian 4003 heavy, ready for pushback and engine start.
Canadian 4003 heavy pushback and engine start approved.
So close to having the boarding
Y
ready.
pushback and engine start approved.
Why
Canadian
pushback? That sounded a bit
4003
weird.
heavy.
So maybe not working fully with the new voices, at least not yet. That's a cool livery honoring those who serve Alaska. Very interesting, very different. We can also, I guess, do the GSX one, prepare for pushback and a departure. We should technically, I guess, undock the jetway. Although I guess that does run the risk of the door being closed. Let me see if I open this again. It does seem to be still boarding, so that's good. We'll open the door so that the packs can go out into nothingness. Seems like it's actually tied to GSX, so that's cool. Didn't even think of that. Let me open the... There we go, that looks better. Oh no, it's closing again. I think I managed to bug it out a bit, similar to the checklist. Tad bit sad, but not the end of the world. Let's though do these ones. Even though, I mean, we can't really trust them. What's the temp? 38. Okay.
Traffic warrior E5 November Alpha is departing the pattern.
Well, maybe we can trust it, I'm not sure. It's always a bit of a risk, I guess. Let me check if we have any info in the A cars that we could utilize for getting the right data. Nothing too interesting actually. Flap 1 is about the only data we have. So we can do that and up a bit. And then it's saying select the 1054, that sounds a bit high, we'll do the 38 one. In terms of the weather, and actually this is an interesting one this time. Look at the CB ones. Could technically end up here if we're looking at the wind. I mean, there's a possibility, could just go north. But okay, that's good. Some interesting weather, always fun. Anything else? Nothing else. The boarding is so soon completed. We're waiting for 14 packs. And then we're ready to go.
Traffic warrior 23 November Alpha, left crosswind, runway 32.
These all work and they look good. That's always nice to see. I think we even have on the sides. I think you can open these windows as well. Not that you would want to open them and check out, because yeah, it looks a bit weird. It might be chase plane actually doing that. Let's close the window though. Gonna miss this bird. Not that I flew it a lot, but hopefully they fix it quickly with the windows. I do like to have the option at least to fly the aircraft that I own. So, would be nice to see it back alive. One good thing actually that I've noticed is that you only move the joystick that's on your side. I'm not sure if you can switch that to the right one, but at least that's very correct, right? Compared to, I think the A220 maybe have them connected to each other, so you know what the other pilot is doing. There we go. And now we got the data. takeoff trim 4. Okay.
American 1046 it is. Follow the 75 from your left. And you come on a turn 1, 2, 3.
Well, if they want us to do 4, we will do 4. Up 0, no, not 0, up 4.0. There we go.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Yeah, ready for pushback. Let me just check here. Did we get all the doors closed? Everything is loaded. The doors are closed.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
I'll have the jetway auto undock. And yeah, we'll be ready to go shortly. Bum, bum, ba, ba, bum. And we're probably gonna go left. We'll have to go left, otherwise we're not gonna get basically anywhere. Locking gear, nose left.
Release parking brakes, please.
Canadian 4003 heavy, ready to taxi. I'm just gonna get that taxi.
Release parking brakes, please.
Canadian 4003 heavy, ready to taxi.
Release parking brakes, please.
I think we're getting the taxi now because it's freezed. And before we now release the parking brake, we will have to start the log.
Canadian
So now we have it started,
4003
that's
runway
good.
16 left, taxi via Papa, Bravo, Charlie, hold short runway 16 left.
Releasing parking brake.
Runway 16 left. Taxi via Papa, Bravo, Charlie. Hold short runway 16 left. Canadian 4003 heavy.
And they are pushing us back. Happy days. Start. I will start engine 1 first. Yeah, no checklist today, unfortunately. Off delay. Why is there a delay? Well, not gonna bother with that.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. Our crew members are committed to ensuring your comfort and above all, your safety. We'd like to take a few minutes to acquaint you with the...
Engine 1 is starting, looking good.
Traffic Warrior 8090 Hotel is...
Let's zoom out a bit.
Safety starts with your seatbelt. Whenever the seatbelt light is turned on, your seatbelt must be fastened low
And
and
one
tight
value
across
is
your lap.
increasing.
Simply slide
Yeah,
the
we'll be
middle link
taxiing
into
and
the buckle
taking
and
off
just
right
pulling
in the
on
opposite
left-handed
direction.
Lift the buckle to release.
Not the
During
best,
flight,
to be
the
honest.
captain may turn off the fasten seatbelt sign. However, for your safety, we'd like you to keep your seatbelt
So
fastened
weird that
whenever
they are
seated
giving
and while
different.
sleeping. In case of an emergency,
Oh well,
it's important that you
it
know
is
how
what
to
it is.
exit the aircraft as quickly as possible.
Yeah,
If
looks
the
like
aircraft
the
has emergency
number
exits,
1 engine
each
is ready.
marked
We'll
with the
start
red
number
and white
2.
exit signs. Now would be a good time to take a moment and locate the 2 exits nearest you, keeping in
I
mind
guess
that
we
your
can't
nearest
get rid of
exit
that
may be
paper.
behind you. All doors are equipped with evacuation slide rail,
One thing we
which
did
may be
forget was the
detached and
beacon
used at
lights.
this
Let's put
location.
that on. And let's see. Pushing back, looking good. One thing I'm hoping also to, when upgrading to 25H2, is that the Pack X upgrade I'm gonna get is gonna include some airports that I've been missing. For example, the Istanbul one.
Place the mask over your nose and mouth and
Let's put
tighten
this
the
to
elastic band
max.
around your head by
Arm
pulling
the
on either side and breathe normally.
speed brake.
Although oxygen will flow through the mask, the plastic bag may not inflate. Remember to put your mask on before helping
Is
other
there
passengers.
anything else
Life vests are located in plastic bags
that we need to do?
between each seat.
Don't think so.
Strap to release the vest.
Okay, that's good. It turned just in front of us. I guess that makes sense.
Firmly to expose
Can
the
you
back panel
please
and
also
tighten
turn?
by pulling out on the yellow tabs. Inflate just prior to exiting the aircraft
Come
by
on,
pulling
buddy.
the red tabs or by
Turn.
manually blowing through the tubes at shoulder level.
Come on. Yes, look at that. Smooth operations. Setting parking brake. Yeah, you can disconnect. I'll turn off the APU bleed. APU master, I'm gonna put on the taxi lights and runway turn off lights. Gonna check that these are on, we'll put them on all. I'll put it on TARA. I'm gonna put these on. We'll keep terrain on the right one and weather on the left one. Yeah, most things are looking clear. Did I get a good thumbnail picture? At least a decent one. Let's see, I'll probably have to take one up in the air if we get a nice view. But yeah, look at this beauty. The A330-300. Most likely the wide body I've flown the most on. But I could have flown other ones when I was younger actually. I know I've flown Swiss Air, I think it was, to Mauritius. So I'm not sure if that was the 777 or the A340. Okay, cabin check. Oh, I think that's an automatic one, right? On this one. Takeoff config, flaps to takeoff. We should also make sure that that's on 4 up, which it is. But technically we should do the full left, full right, elevators up, elevators pull down, rudder right, left, takeoff config.
We're prepared for takeoff.
Normal. Pressing the button so we get taxiing, because we want to move to the left one pretty quickly, so we get out of the way from the other aircraft that are going to be taxiing. At least that's the hope. The taxiing with this one is pretty decent actually. It was a while since I flew this one, but now that I'm trying it, it feels yeah, it definitely feels decent. Gonna turn to the right here. Yeah, I've definitely seen much worse in terms of the taxiing. Okay, anything else? The cabin check, did you do that with any of these? Yeah, there we go, it actually worked now. That one seems to have landed using the spoilers, and that's, I'm gonna assume, a 777. Anything else that we need to do? The chrono, right? Always forget that. Does this one work? Yeah, it works. That's nice. Is this one turning off, or what's it doing? We will just fly through it, or taxi through it in a worst case scenario. At least we can compare the sizes, assuming that they are somewhat correctly done. That's also one thing actually I started thinking about now. Like, do we know if the airplanes are correctly sized? Because it's a simulator, right? I know. What do they measure with? What's the correct size or correct reference point? Okay, let's see. This is probably, yeah, it's a cargo one, so a 777F. Lengthwise, it's a kind of similar, but yeah, it's definitely bigger. I'll also crash through this Delta one. Sorry, mate. Gotta get through the runway, and no time to delay. Let's turn the tiller. We're just supposed to be on this one till the end, and then we'll turn left for the takeoff. But yeah, look at this. It looks very nice, the cockpit. It's one of the better ones, I would say, in P3D. Maybe a bit bluish, but I mean, it looks really good with, you know, the little bit of dirt and stuff. From a P3D perspective, it's very nice. I'm actually not sure. Talking about cockpit, which one is the best? I know in X-Plane the best one I've seen must be the Flight Factor 777. I don't think anyone... Well, the level up 737 cockpits are pretty nice as well, but the Flight Factor 777 is probably the best one. And I guess I like the Fearless one as well, but it won't take the price as the best one. But yeah, in P3D, which is the best one? Oof, that's a very tough question. Like some of the newer ones, that's the MD-11 by TFDI and the iFly Max. The iFly Max is pretty good. The 737 MAX 8. I'm not sure it's the best one either. I kind of like the PMDG one, but it's not as good as the exterior one, I would say. Actually, I'm not certain which one would be the best one. That's a very tough question to answer. It's always easier with the exterior, because that's more of a comparison thing, and you can kind of see the good ones pretty quickly. But in terms of the interior, it's more like, okay, these are bad and these are good. Let's see, looking at the list, I mean, some of the Captain Sim ones are pretty good. The 757s, 767s, not gonna lie, those are very nice looking in terms of the cockpit. The Just Flight BAE 146 is really good, actually. That might be one of the winners, if I'm being totally honest. But yeah, the PMDG ones aren't bad, and the Captain Sim ones are really good. Maybe a dark horse is the Milvis King Air. It's a pretty good one as well. Okay, let's check now. Last time I did this flight with the virtual call A220, I had an issue with the takeoff clearance. So let's see if we get it now, or if we still run into problems. And look at that, there's a Metro Air Boeing. Always nice to see, specifically when you're yourself flying a fictional airline such as Canadian Xpress. Not the best sky today. It's
Canadian
not looking
4003
that
heavy
realistic.
contact Seattle Tower on 119.9.
In these cases, I do miss the
Tower
what's
on
it called?
119.9.
The
Canadian
volumetric clouds,
4003
because they look much better
heavy.
in an overcast kind of condition. Canadian 4003 heavy, ready for takeoff. Did they hear that? Canadian 4003 ready for takeoff. I guess I forgot heavy. Maybe we can ask our friends to... Did we by mistake close our flight plan somehow?
Clearance delivery, Canadian 4003 heavy. Please activate our flight plan to Charlie Yankee Victor Romeo.
Canadian 4003 heavy contact
IFR
ATC
release?
to obtain an IFR release prior to departure.
Has something gone wrong? Let me see here. I'm gonna do...
Clearance delivery, Canadian 4003 heavy ready to copy IFR clearance.
Yeah, okay, we got the
Canadian
CA
4003
transition.
heavy is cleared to Charlie Yankee Victor Romeo. Fly the Monton 2 departure with the C transition then as filed. Expect departure runway 16 left. Climb to 6,000 feet via the departure.
It's
Expect
still the
higher
same
clearances
data.
2 minutes after departure. Seattle departure on 126.5. Squawk 6052.
Okay, 6052.
Canadian 4003 Heavy is cleared to Charlie Yankee Victor Romeo.
Maybe good that we
Fly
wait a
the
bit so we
Montauk
get
to
that
departure with
aircraft
the C
to
transition, then
take
aspire.
off.
Climb to 6,000 feet via the departure. Expect higher clearances 2 minutes after departure. Seattle departure on 126.5.
Maybe we
Squawk
can get a nice
6052.
picture with that one taking
Canadian
off.
4003 Heavy readback correct. Altimeter 2958. Contact Seattle
Okay, so a
Tower
bit of a
on
change in the
119.9.
altimeter.
Good morning.
Let's try to get it once it's taken off.
Altimeter 2958. Tower on 119.9.
Come on.
Canadian 4003 Heavy.
Come on, 777F. Yeah, there we go. That's gonna be perfect. Yeah, that's how we cooperate with the AI aircraft. And now we can say that we're ready for departure.
Tower, Canadian 4003 Heavy ready for departure.
Canadian 4003 Heavy winds are 074 at 12 knots.
Releasing part.
Runway 16 left cleared for takeoff. Squawk 6052.
Runway 16 left cleared for takeoff. Squawking 6052 Canadian 4003 Heavy.
Okay, hopefully we shouldn't drive into anyone. Looks like there's no one taking off or landing in to our directions. That's good. We need to change the QNH to 2958 though, so let's do that once we have lined up and before we take off. Sucks that the checklist though went away. It's very immersive, I think. Or it does add a bit of immersion at least. Okay, let's line up. Tweak this one. The click spots are so much better in P3D than in X-Plane. That's one of my gripes with X-Plane, to be honest. Okay, let's go. Geronimo. Manflex, SRS and a runway. Oh no, we have a aircraft landing. Come on buddy, be fast now. Hopefully not on this runway, but let's see. I'm gonna push the joystick down a bit. Okay, 80 knots. We go to neutral. 100 knots checked. 120 knots. V1. Rotate. There we go. Positive rate of climb. Some weirdness though with our flight plan. I'll have to have a look at that. But it feels like it's sending us totally off. Okay, gears is up. We're going to flaps 0. Let's check the A cars. Wow.
Traffic. Descend now.
Descend now or climb now? Which one do you want?
Climb.
Yeah, we're fine. Oh, look at that, the green. That's pretty cool.
Heavy contact Seattle departure.
Okay, we're flying a bit too fast.
Departure on 126.5. Canadian 4003 Heavy.
Traffic, Skylark 7968 Tango is 7.5.
Departure Canadian 4003 Heavy. Climbing to 6,000 feet.
Okay, let's see.
Canadian 4003 Heavy, this is Seattle departure, go ahead.
That's one interesting ATC.
Climb and maintain 12,000 feet.
Which voice is that though?
Canadian 4003 Heavy.
Need to need to remove that one. We're gonna do some tests, I think. Let me put this
Canadian
on.
4003, heavy turn left to heading 330, then direct to Seattle VOR.
12,000 feet, okay.
Canadian 4003, heavy contact Seattle
Oh, we're
Center
supposed to
on
turn left, not right.
128.5.
Okay, well, not
Center
the end of
on
the world.
128.5. Canadian 4003 heavy.
Hey, the checklist came alive. Just took a bit of time. We are gonna...
Center Canadian 4003 heavy. Climbing
Actually,
to
this
12,000
looks like a
feet.
much nicer view than the one I took on the
Canadian
ground, even though we had the
4003 heavy.
takeoff.
This is Seattle Center, go ahead.
Let me check now. We need to remove a voice. We're gonna test Libby first.
This is Microsoft Libby Online.
Maze.
This is Microsoft Mazy Online. I will be one of your random voices.
And can we remove it? Sappy. So if we delete Macy, then we shouldn't have her anymore. Good.
This is Microsoft
Canadian
Ryan Online. I will be one of
4003
your
heavy
random
climb
voices.
and maintain 16,000 feet.
16,000 feet.
Climb and maintain 16,000 feet. Canadian 4003 heavy.
We're above 10,000, so the landing light should go off. These takeoff lights should also go off. Hopefully we don't have a lot of issues once we upgrade to the new Windows. It's gonna be interesting to see. My hope is that things will run better, but you know, that might be too much to hope for. The plane is though behaving relatively well, apart from the little miss with the transition. I'm not sure if there is one. I don't remember there being a Seattle transition. There might have been one though, so in the defense of this aircraft, it might have been that I missed that. So we did a right turn instead of a left one. 16,000 feet is gonna be our cruising altitude though, so we'll be there very shortly. Let me see, after Seattle we're going to pay, so we should be turning left. Okay, it's a bit stuttering, and I think the main effect of that is that we're quite low. Oh yeah, look at that, some of the DD scenery has some issues with that. That's kind of being, you can see it through the clouds. Some of their stuff. And there's a lot of airports here at Seattle, so that's also why it's a bit stuttering. It's very nice scenery though, the true earth here. I just wish that that it of course could be a bit less stuttering, but that's I think that's the fact that we're flying pretty low and pretty fast. We can already prepare for the landing. We'll put medium. We can keep the spoilers unarmed. I guess technically what we could do is remove the seat belt sign. Not sure if that will make too much of a difference, but we'll see. Checklist doesn't seem to be working, not surprisingly though. Can we see any bad weather? You would think that there's some, right? Considering the CBR. Oh, there it is. Very nice actually to see that kind of aligns with the windy. We can even check it in real time here. Well, almost. Almost check it in time. This is how we do this. Okay, and let's see if we can. Yeah, 'cause we were flying here. Yeah, maybe it's gonna be fine. Yeah, the wind clouds wise, it's looking like there's gonna be quite a lot of clouds here around Vancouver. As we're doing the approach over the the water here, we won't be seeing too much of the city, so I guess that's a bit sucky, but you know, so be it. You can't always get what you want. Okay, let's see. Anything else we need to remember to do? I guess we just need to pay attention to our arrival approach, etc. What we're gonna get in that regard.
Canadian 4003 Heavy descend via the Gris 7 arrival with the PAE transition to 3,000 feet. Altimeter 2960 at Vancouver International Airport.
Descend via the Gris 7 arrival with the PAE transition to 3,000 feet. Altimeter 2960, Canadian 4003 Heavy.
Okay, Gris 7 arrival with the PAE transition to 3,000 feet. I think we can, I mean it's stating a bit later, but I think we can start doing it pretty early. One thing we need to check though, I just realized I hadn't, God, I have so much stuff open. Let me close some of my browsers. I was on Sim Market as well, looking at some sales. We don't need that. What we do need are the charts, and we're gonna use ChartFox to get the more up-to-date ones. So we can populate the approach info. We should have done it on the ground already, to be honest, since we had some extra time. Runway 13. It's gonna be good, so that we know. Okay, we know the information 125 111.1. Yeah, that info is correct. So we need the Barrow 258. Then we need the info from the destination. 0810. Sorry, wrong place. Temperature 9 degrees Celsius. Can we? Yeah, okay, it doesn't. Because I think it's always in Celsius. 29.60. Okay. We have the data. And 3,000 feet. I think we can start a bit earlier. Let me check what the info is. We have 100 nautical miles. Can't hurt to start early on. Yeah, flying between the clouds now. A very nice livery. Not the best looking exterior of an aircraft. It's, I don't know, it looks a bit kind of dull in the front. I think it's the windows that maybe don't look too good. I think the main issue, actually, to be very honest, is the fact that there is no 3D interior from the outside. It's just painted on. I think that's what kind of makes it look pretty bad. I even think the black box one have a 3D interior, so yeah, not the best. Let's check.
763, contact Seattle Center on 125.1. Going at 125.1.
Okay, let's see, we're descending. Hopefully we will be following the right. One thing I'm actually wondering about is, do we have the correct approach? It's gonna be IVR, NACMA, and after that it's manual. And what did they give us? They gave us with the PAE transition, so we got the arrival, but we did not actually technically get anything else. We don't know about the runway, at least not as of yet. Or maybe, I guess the arrival will kind of connect to the approach.
Canadian 4003 Heavy contact Seattle Center on 125.1.
I think we're still flying over
Center on 125.1. Canadian
to Earth.
4003 Heavy.
So that's why it still looks pretty nice, but we're soon gonna fly over land class, which looks okay actually, but it's not as nice. The funny part is that when they did, or with the Orbex Northwest Pacific, they did give cityscape treatment, but to Seattle, not to Vancouver. So I think Vancouver looks pretty good, but it would have been better considering that they did the True Earth product if they had given the cityscape treatment to Vancouver. But oh well, you can't get it all. And actually, thinking about that, let's have a look. Canada FSX sceneries. You have this good website that kind of showcases all of the freeware sceneries, but also commercial sceneries. So we can check always if there's some guy who has like done his own cityscape. Sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't. Here's someone who's done Quebec City for Flight Simulator X. Doesn't look too shabby. Probably land class based. Vancouver, here's someone. But is it any good? Promised Birds, yeah, nothing from 07. So yeah, nobody has really made any. Someone's made an Ottawa city scenery. Lethbridge, Alberta. This is a big one. Photorealistic scenery, full autogen, custom buildings. Guess this looks okay. Hard to judge from some of these pictures. We'll put on the landing systems as well so we don't forget. Anything else from nothing that I can see. Let me see. P3D Vancouver, what do we get with that? We get the airports, right? Because you have the FS Dream Team who also did their version. It's very cheap, it's 10 euros, and on sales it's usually around 6. Samseen has not done anything. That was from Microsoft Flight Sim. Very beautiful though. I don't get though why you would in Microsoft Flight Sim ever need. I can see it in the sense that if you're from Vancouver you buy it, but I don't think. Or I guess if you really love doing that approach, maybe you want a better experience than the default Microsoft one. But I mean, with the photogrammetry and everything, it's yeah. I think Microsoft solves that issues pretty nicely. Okay, let's have a look. One thing though I can tell you from Sim Market, there's a nice sale on Jetstream Designs products, and then we also have I think BDO Aviation has some. The ones I'm thinking of buying is Kansai from BDO, and then actually at least I think Palermo and Little Rock from Jetstream Designs. I already have their Marseille, which is pretty okay, but really not the best. It's pretty old, 2013 or something like that. And let's see, we're still flying over True Earth. So let's see, I think there's the cutoff. Let's see if we fly kind of straight over it. Because it will look quite interesting. True Earth is just amazing. I like how they get the trees, everything just looking very nice. Has anything interesting been released lately though? Let's go and check X-Plane Store. Not too much on yeah, P3D, unfortunately. But yeah, not really on what's this? New releases, Cost Project. I already have that. Have they updated something? Potentially, I guess they could have maybe added the CFM Airbus sounds. But yeah, apart from that, there's not really any interesting releases. Aramachi M346. I have that for free in P3D. It's not really. And I generally find it a bit hard to spend money on the military ones. I don't fly them that often. I fly some of them. I like the niche ones quite a bit. Okay, we're gonna come up on 10,000 feet, so I'll put on the landing lights. Let's check actually how the landing lights, are they built in? Yeah, it must be these, right? One other sucky thing is that Aerosoft only did the Rolls-Royce engines. Why didn't they do the rest of them? I think that was originally the plan. They were very late with this aircraft being released. And then they did the horrendous Microsoft flight sim release that's even worse. I feel really sorry for those people that bought that aircraft. And then with this one, you know, no support for the people with the 24H2 update. Here we can, by the way, see the difference between True Earth and Orbx Land Class. It's not huge, right? I mean, the Orbx Land Class Regional, it looks pretty good, but of course it can't really compare. You see it when you get these weird cities and stuff. It's like even here you can see it in a bit, right? The devil is in the detail, unfortunately. It just blends better for real, unfortunately. But I think we'll have quite a bit of photoreal around here due to FS Sim Studios, so it's not gonna look too bad, the approach. The nice thing with Land Class is it looks a bit crispier down low. So there is some benefits with it. Okay, let's see what the approach, what the plan is in that regard. We don't know anything about the well, I think we do know it's gonna be runway 13, because that's what we're being referred to in the pilot to the CE, but that's about it. Let's have a look quickly at the A cars, looking good, nothing odd. I can really recommend Canadian Xpress though. A lot of liveries, like Flight Sim, X-Plane, etc., FSX. And you know, very kind of small requirements, things like one flight every 90 days. And very nice liveries. Kind of simple as well, so you can probably do them yourself as well for aircraft that you want to fly with delivery. Okay, let's see, we're still at 10,000, haven't started descending further. Let's have a look. Yeah, it looks pretty good here. This must be photoreal. This looks way too nice to be land class. The good thing is, of course, that every kind of meshes quite well. So there's some photoreal, there's some land class, but it's all like this looks like land class, right? But it's kind of meshing pretty nicely. The airport must be close by, because here we have the city, and the airport is basically here, right? Or is it there? Maybe it's there? Goddamn clouds covering everything. Yeah, here we have the city. And the city looks good, so I'm not gonna... I can't say for sure if this is actually the Flight Sim Studios one or if it's Orbix. It could be that Orbix has actually added that cityscape thingy for Vancouver. And I think this is the airport. Yeah, that's the airport. Oh, they are putting us into a death spiral. That's not good. Why would you do that? Not gonna miss this plane. But maybe that made sense. It's trying to... But you would think it would have to hold the speed thingamabob. Or it's just supposed to be above 3,000, right? I mean, yeah. You can descend a bit. But yeah, nothing yet. I'm gonna check again. Arrival. Let's say we're doing the ILS. Do we have any VIAs? No VIAs. Gonna check the approach one, because we need to get vectored. And they do have a plan for that. But I'm not sure how they're gonna execute. This is what worries me, right? Because it's saying like, okay, here it should technically start. But what, are we gonna fly up to 16,000 again just to start it? Wouldn't this be a smarter? So let's see a bit what we get. We'll ignore them if it's this is really weird. I think we have someone else coming in for landing here. This one, -10. Still a bit far away, but we'll probably see it soon enough. Coming in here somewhere. Ooh, no crash. We've had crashes with this one, so that's also one of the negatives with this plane. It's gonna be flying somewhere around this area. We're almost at the same height, but there's still quite some nautical miles of distance between us. I'm unable to pick it up. Could be that it's flying in those clouds. Now we're flying exactly the same altitude. It's not descending as quick as us. Would be cool to see what it is though. It's here somewhere. Could be in these clouds though. No, there it is. CRJ something?
2323 heavy.
Yeah. Ah, no, now we're getting the default.
2323 heavy.
Yeah, the default ATC talking to us. We still haven't gotten any more information, so this is not good. Yes, now we're getting it.
Canadian 4003 heavy turn right to heading 315 vectors to the ILS approach for runway 13 at Vancouver International Airport climb and maintain 4,500 feet altimeter 2960. At Vancouver International Airport contact Vancouver approach on 128.17.
Okay, they want us to climb.
Turn right
Let's
to heading
do that, I
315
guess.
vectors to the ILS approach for runway 13 climb and maintain 4,500 feet.
Very interesting to
Altimeter
get a climb
2960.
clearance. Not so
Approach on
efficient.
128.17.
But we'll do it.
Canadian 4003 heavy.
And we're in the clouds. Let's put on all the lights so we don't forget that.
Approach Canadian
Seatbelt signs as
4003
well.
heavy. Climbing to 4,500 feet.
Canadian 4003 Heavy, this is Vancouver approach, go ahead.
Okay, let's see. At least they are not having us fly something totally crazy, I hope. Let's change. We have the terrain one. Yeah, look at this. We have some yellow ones. Maybe that's why we're getting the climb, because they're gonna vector us in like this. I hope.
Canadian 4003 Heavy, turn right to heading 320.
Okay, 320.
Heading 320. Canadian 4003 Heavy.
320.
Morning Star 7056, we're good whenever you are.
Mr. 7056, turn left, direct the threshold, visual approach 3.
Direct threshold, visual 33 left, Morning Star 7056, thanks.
Traffic, runway 2676, gear up the departure end of 31.
Let's see. Now my dogs are coming to visit me because it's food time. Yeah, we'll give you food after I've landed. Priority's gotta be straight. Yeah, sorry guys. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. No more. No more vectors as of yet. We're at 4,500. I don't like this, that we have these yellow ones. I know there's hills here. So my question is, what are we gonna be receiving in terms of the next? We can't be flying straight. I'm gonna assume there's gonna be red. Yeah, look at this. Feels dangerous. I'm gonna also put in a direct to Nabok so that it's constantly updating that. Come on, vector us in. Still flying here in the clouds. Hopefully it's all gonna go all right. But if it won't, then oh well. C'est la vie.
Canadian 4003 Heavy, turn right to heading 035.
035. Yeah,
Turn
that's better than
right to
abrupt
heading
turn.
035. Canadian 4003 Heavy.
I think we're soon gonna get the final kind of clearance to get on the approach. 035 is basically flying to Nabok.
Turn right heading 240.
What about the destination weather? Has it changed? 2954. So we need to tweak the QNH a bit. 2954, 2954. Have we gotten any descent clearance? Any further descent clearances? Nothing yet. Still looking okay. We should not be that much lower anyway. Okay, let's wait.
Canadian 4003 Heavy, turn left to heading 025.
Heading 025.
This looks nuts though.
4003
Are we really gonna be flying over this? I mean, they want us to die, or am I wrong, or am I wrong? Come on, let us turn now. Okay, we'll be able to cross that, but Jesus Christ, this is the flight sim experience deluxe. Yeah, look, we'll have 100 meters of clearance. That's reasonable. Okay, and now we're getting the
003 Heavy, you are 22 nautical miles northwest of the airport. Fly heading 095
okay,
to
we
intercept
got the
cleared
final
for ILS approach to runway 13. Contact Vancouver Tower on 125.2.
Will we make this? I wanna see. Yeah, we're gonna make this, it's fine.
Fly heading 095.
Me being dramatic.
Cleared for ILS
Still feel that
approach to
this would
runway
be a
13.
huge risk in real life.
Tower on 125.2.
But yeah, okay, maybe
Canadian
there's quite a
4003
bit of
heavy.
clearance here.
Actually, just about north.
Okay, okay, we're coming up on Nabok. We can probably start descending soon enough. This is gonna be the final one. I think we have a plane landing in front of us. Probably not on the same runway though. 2500. Yeah, it looks very nice with the light. The atmospherics are pretty good in P3D, I think. They do get some of them right. If they would just have better clouds, etc., better scenery, this could have definitely been a
Tower Canadian
competitor going forward.
4003 heavy, inbound for ILS approach runway 13.
Yeah, we want to get down.
Canadian for 003 heavy, good morning, continue ILS
I'm
to
gonna put the
runway 13
approach.
call when established on final.
Yeah, we don't need to actually tweak too much.
Continue ILS runway 13 will call when established.
What's the
on final
missed
Canadian
approach though?
4003 heavy.
Procedure. Did I close that? I'm gonna assume we have to climb to 3000. That seems reasonable. Localizer is captured, so that's good. The speed is pretty fast. I'm actually gonna remove the auto thrust and decrease the EPR values. Okay, we're on the glide slope.
Aerosoft A330-300, rocket end for 3005, cleared direct steel engage. 05 direct steel engage.
Funny part is we're not really slowing down, so let me add a bit of thrust reversers. No, sorry, thrust reversers, speed brakes. My God.
Traffic, that's 66085 on downwind.
The vocabulary is misfiring today. Okay. We should hopefully soon be able to add flaps, and then which one should we have? Have this one. That's a pretty nice view. Let's slow down a bit more before we add flaps, and then we'll add the landing gear, I think, simultaneously. Okay, flaps, landing gear, armed speed brake. The gear is coming down, that's nice. And we're supposed to say that we are call when established on final. Canadian 4003 heavy, established on final.
Canadian 4003 heavy
Okay,
winds are
063, so from
063
the
at
left
10 knots.
10 knots.
Runway
So we'll have
13 cleared to land.
to use the right rudder for landing, even though we might
Runway
not think we
13
need to.
cleared to land. Canadian
Okay, flaps
4003
2.
heavy.
So pretty good. What was the VAP speed? Is it 137? 137. Clear to land. Clear to land. Can we go to flaps 3? We can. We should soon take complete manual control. Let's go to flaps full. And as we are on flaps full,
Autopilot off.
autopilot off. At least we get those call-outs from our or I guess the captain in this case. I think the co-pilot is a female. Okay, looking pretty okay-ish. Some nice views. Bit of stuttering though. I'll blame this aircraft. It's trying to give us a rough goodbye, so we won't miss it. Gonna add a bit of thrust. We can't be on idle forever. In terms of the runway, I think that's it. So let's aim for that. We're flying a bit into the wind. Okay, looking okay. The lights are set. Flaps are set. Speed brakes are armed. Auto throttle, auto brakes are armed. Thrust reversers, we're ready for that. We're ready to go. We retard on landing. We'll slow down a bit. Decrease the EPR values. Looks like a pretty small or short runway, but maybe it will be fine. We're not that heavy. I'm gonna slow down a bit more. We don't wanna carry too much speed.
Traffic North American 71 November is a 1 mile initial for the left overhead brake runway 31.
Slowing down a bit more.
American 1415, contact ground 121.7.
And let's remember to kick some right rudder at just before touching down. 500, we're a bit high. Slow down a bit more. The risk is that we slow down too much. Land 400.
100 above.
Adding a bit of thrust.
300.
Try to maintain around 140. Yeah, we'll need to use run. Continue. Continue, it's fine, it's fine. 200. Looks like a very short runway. This will be very interesting to see. 200. 100. 50.
40. 30. Retard.
Retard.
5.
God damn, WestJet. Getting right into our path. That's good. It's a long landing. Thrust reversers.
Vancouver ground on
We are gonna be able to brake in time. Thank God.
Ground on 127.15. Canadian 4003 Heavy.
That was a bit tight, but we did it. Victorio. Okay, let's see. Get those thrust reversers off. Get those speed brakes and flaps out of the way. And checking what our landing. 129. So pretty good, but I think we should have done a bit firmer considering the length of the runway or the shortness of it. Canadian 4003 Heavy, ready to taxi. Canadian 4003 Heavy, ready to taxi. Okay, I think we're getting the taxi clearance now because it's freezed up in the tool.
Canadian 4003 Heavy taxi to gate 21 via Echo. Canadian 4003 Heavy cross runway 26 left.
This is a very tiny. Are we?
Cleared to cross runway 26
Yeah, we'll make
left.
this one. Should be fine.
Canadian 4003 Heavy.
Let's start that one. We can keep the lights on for now.
Canadian 4003 Heavy cross runway 26 left.
Crossing runway
Cleared to cross
26
runway
left.
26 left. Canadian 4003 Heavy.
Traffic Cherokee 7883 Whiskey is now about 6 miles.
I will need to cross another runway. So let's brake a bit. Gonna decrease our EPR values a bit as well. Bit too much. I'm gonna assume the flap is open so we can start that. Any clearance yet to cross? Which one is this? Is this a runway? No, it's not a runway. Okay. Why is it saying that it is a runway then? Or no, it's because we are... Okay, yeah, I see.
Traffic, Aerotrek 961 Hotel, 7 miles.
Ground. Canadian 4003 Heavy is clear of active.
Oh, that's the wrong
Canadian 4003 Heavy, this is Vancouver ground on 127.15, go ahead.
Okay, go ahead for nothing in this case, because we didn't need to call that out. Clear active, I guess, is the call out you do after you have gotten off the runway you landed at. Okay, let's see. So 2-1. I'm not sure if this is a heavy or not, but we'll take it. We'll wrap it up. We'll watch the replay, and then I'll get to updating this computer and all the steps and all the verifications I need to do. It's gonna be a bit of work, to be honest. Mainly because Pack X will need to be checked, and then I need to see if, you know, there's any planes that need to be registered again, you know. I remember when I did the first time to 24H2 and I had to do all of that. Okay, let's brake here. That will be good enough. Not the best, but fine. APU bleed. Shutting engine 2 and shutting engine 1. Shutting pilot to ADC. Having a look at our flight. Landed. Phase, we have arrived. It's all looking pretty good. Potentially our one and only flight with Canadian Xpress with the Aerosoft A330. Oh, look at that, it was a nice one. Is that Atlantic Sun, or what is it called? Their specific subsidiary. Azteca Sky, something like that. Can't really see from here. But okay, I'm gonna do it now. So, what we need to do is stop a log. We'll save log just for safety, and then we'll send the log. We'll close. I'm gonna quickly jump to the website of Canadian Xpress, just make sure that it's been registered, and it has. Good. We'll watch the replay, and then we'll call it a day. I think the approach was pretty decent. Could have been better maybe. Felt like we were a bit working on the speed, but I think the landing was okay. I do think we used the rudder enough. Well, it doesn't really feel like a crazy ass plane in terms of the landing, or it's not like the Mad Dog. It's kind of easy to land this one. I mean, even if you land it wrong, you can just, it will kind of settle on its own. Let's see. There's the right rudder. Did we use enough? Actually, we did. Pretty nice. Okay, okay, we'll take that. No, not enough. Not enough. We kind of stopped using it then. but it was pretty good up to a point. I just hate the fact that the replay doesn't work at all with this plane. Always a bit of a bummer. But yeah, that was it. Here at the nice FS Sim Studios, Vancouver. Looks really great. They do make great airports. I want to get their Kelowna. I'm also gonna get the Orbex. What's it called? The Central Rockies, because I want a bit more here in Canada, and then I don't need to do any ortho. It's just so nice when you're on the ground, and it kind of looks nice. So I think the Orbex land class is a very good kind of in between, you know, flying low and flying high and still enjoying the views. But yeah, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. And otherwise, until next time, thank you for watching, and have a good one. Bye bye.